Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Let me know if you are able to hear me so that we can initiate for today session. Good morning. Okay. Thank you for confirming. Mohit Rajput, good morning. Okay. So, have you gone through the session, whatever we have done so far? Anyone want to discuss any specific things? Just let me know. I'm not able to see any comments or any query, whatever you have. It's better. You can list down all those items. Sachin ji, namaste. Anyone who want to join? Okay, let me open the environment. Even you can share this particular session to someone who have some technical knowledge and they want to even learn dynamic CRM technology, not as a developer only. They can understand the functional wise and they maybe become as a business analyst, or we can say they can choose their career as in testing part as well. So a tester who is having dynamic CRM, the basic understanding, basic knowledge, so even they have some additional edge here. Good morning. Okay, let me share my screen and we will discuss today's topic. Let me open our today's items. 1 minute. Let me open our modules for the day. Bear with me. Okay, hope my screen is visible for everyone. So now we'll talk about dynamic CRM capability in terms of tables type, in terms of attribute type, why we need different types of field, and what is the benefit, and if we have different types of field, so why we require those different data types. If you have any, at least any basic background related to any enterprise application, any application, it could be a .NET base, it could be Python base. So you require a data type. So you should understand like why different data types are needed. Let me open a Excel sheet so that I can tell you why different data types are needed here. Okay, let me just list down all the data types available in dynamic CRM so that we can, have better clarity. Column data types available in D365 CRM so that we can talk about the proper details. Here we have good amount of information. Why? So these are the available data types here. We can see here. So you understand text. So if we are creating a table, under that table, we need some different types of information. It could be required in text format, it could be required in choice format, it could be required in number format, it could be required in date and time, lookup, currency, file and image, calculated and roll-up fields, and some system fields here we have, that is called customer field. So calculated, unique identifier, auto number, images, files. These are information all we can discuss here. So why all those information is needed as part of any application development? So suppose if you are going to display a display a form where you need to add some fields. So suppose if someone say, hey, I need a application where I need some input parameters, so some input information from the end customer, and in that one I need a information where I can share uh, some basic information. So I need to design a form where I have to accept different types of information from the form level. So first thing, suppose someone is saying I need a car, or that particular form we are preparing for the lead level information. So in lead, or we can say a inquiry form. So in inquiry form, uh, suppose I'm going to define a template here. In inquiry form, I need a serial number. I need that person name, full name, and even other information what we required here. What we can say here, mobile number or email address is optional, or we can ask for address, and also we require some additional information like which model they need, or the budget also needed, right? Why budget is needed? Can someone tell? If why this particular field is required here? Because we may ask like he is the right person, and so that we can provide the right product. Not only provide, we can suggest the right product in that specific budget, because maybe customer don't know. uh, Suppose if I want to buy a car, I have budget only for 5 lakh, and I'm going to see a car which is having approximate 30 or 35 lakh cost. So why I'm, or why a salesperson need to showcase all those information which is not that particular candidate budget? Maybe if in his interest, we can showcase, but that is not sufficient, so that that particular candidate can afford that part. So here budget we are asking so that we can provide the correct information. Here maybe country, maybe state. What is the benefit to maintain here state? so that we can provide any specific discount on the registration side, or is there any other facility government is giving, like for EV vehicles. Different state they are giving the different option, so we can reduce that particular amount even if government is giving that level of discount. That's why for asking any quotation, it is asking for your location or which specific city you are looking for that quotation. So here, uh, all those information here, I can even due date or expected due date, delivery date, and priority, or maybe we can ask them like, is this your priority, or any other information we can ask. So here I can give every information here as a very basic developers. So developers, what they can do, they can define these data types as text. Then mobile also text. What is the here benefit to waste our time? We can divide everything here text, and that is more than sufficient for them. And this is also text we can give. And okay, text, what should be the here maximum number for this one? Okay, 100 by default, 100 is there. So here we can give 100 for every here width for those every field. So what will happen? So what will happen if we have given that level of uh, information or design? So what will happen in the name field? They can enter. Okay, for this one, if one person is having width for this particular character more than 100 character, maybe in South Indian there are very big name, so those are not sufficient. So even we have not done proper brainstorming, like what could be the maximum limit for this particular field schema name. So here, some such scenario, they are not able to fill the complete name and even the mobile name number. Why you have designed this particular space here, 100 character? The maximum length for this mobile may be 10, and maybe in other country they may have not more than 12 character. Maybe if even we are including some special character like country code plus 91, and even this particular one. So if they have to follow that level of structure, so in that case, um, sometimes the maximum length for this mobile number may be not more than 15 character. Why we are wasting 85 character here in even in this particular field? Even in the email ID, 100 character, okay, 100 is sufficient. But even if we have not added proper validation for the email, so this will wait. Like suppose if someone say, "Hey, this is the email ID," and suppose if someone want to send one email notification, it is failing because this is not a valid email. So there are some valid data also there, so that we can perform our proper business. It is not like we asked to capture email ID and someone added the wrong data. At least we cannot validate like he even the end customer is providing his proper ID, but at least we can validate some initial level of data validation so that he has to give proper data. So in address, even we have given 100 character, but in address, is it possible like we can add everything in 100 character? So even in the model level, suppose we are asking, hey, which particular model you want to choose? Even if this is a tax field, a user can enter anything here. Anything means we are selling car and they are asking, hey, I want to buy a train, I want to buy a bullet train, I want to buy a helicopter, I want to buy a cycle. Then this is irritating part. Why you have given this particular field type as a tax here? Because model we have to display only those information which we are dealing. Whatever model are available in our system which we are selling, we have to display only those level of information. So this data type is not valid for this types of information. And even the budget, in budget we are expecting like the maximum amount that you can pay for this particular item, and they are simply entering here the value as, hey, I want to buy a car. What it mean here? We are asking for budget and you are you can give any types of information here. So this is not a valid data. And even in the country also, so in country if I want to take some report, even user can enter the proper information here. Proper information means in country someone is saying I am from India. Okay, someone entering India, someone entering here because this is tax field, INDIA. So and some another person they are entering, hey, I am from Bharat. And any other one is saying, hey, I'm coming from Aryabhat. Another person is telling anything. But we are not here to capture all those information which are not our business. We don't want to capture all the country name here. That is not our business. Our business here is we have to capture proper data in proper format so that our business team can save our time and business team can understand their process effectively, and they need not to perform any action like, hey, we need to replace or we have to do that proper data first, then we have to at least initiate or start our working. And even if a salesperson he need to showcase some reports to top level management, they are saying, hey, I just want to see country wise report, how many leads we are getting in last financial year. So here we are saying we are able to display all those information in, because some person they have entered in India short form. Some of the place, some of the leads we are able to see India, some of the place they are able to see Bharat and Aryabhat and all. Because we don't have any control, user can enter anything in that text field. So then top management they are saying, hey, in India we have approximate 4,000 lead. Okay, in Bharat we have 200 lead. Okay, in other country, okay, Aryabhat also have different country, is it? Then salesperson, giving explanation. No, no, sir. Actually, India, Bharat and India, and even in also, and even Hindustan also, and even other country also, everything is same. But that here data is wrong. Actually, all the leads we have to give some, like in India we have 2,000 lead, in we have 400 lead, and even here Bharat and Hindustan and other one, here we have different types of lead here. So what actually we have to show, we have to give some manipulation here and we have to display some proper information. Then top level management will ask, who has designed this application? First let me know. they don't have basic information like why they have selected or they have given this level of that opportunity so that user can enter here country. Why we have not given here option set like they can select only that specific field, they cannot enter here value. Whatever country we are dealing our business, they have to enter that one only. In which particular state, similar to state as well. Even due date, even any person, they have given due date as here 100 characters. So due date, they are saying in 10th March 2026. I want to buy a car. In Excel here, that format we have changed. But in other or UI level, maybe they may enter some basic information. 10 Mark maximum. So they he mentioned maximum 10 marks I can buy this particular information. But even if I want to filter some information here, oh, in next March, in March month, how many leads we need to take care because in based on the priority or due date, I need to filter all those data because February is end now. Now I need to take care next 10 days, which are falling into that next 10 days leads. So first I need to check only those leads, but because here data is not correct, that's why we are not able to filter our information. My intention here is to explain all those information. The data type is very important whenever we are creating or we are defining that particular field designing. So if even we have created one entity, so here if I want to create a field, suppose I'm going to create a field here as a maybe gender. So which particular field I have to select here? I have option here: tax number, date, lookup, choice, currency, auto number, files, formula, and even we have prompt as well now in a day, which is very important for everyone. I will give a dedicated session for this particular formula field, for prompt field, but at least four types of fields availability we have here. So first we have to understand, like even in the tax field, we have different types of availability. Plain text, what it mean? Single line, even this is under single line of text. So plain text, tax area, and even the rich text. So what it mean here? And even if I'm going to select multi-line of text and rich text, plain text and rich text here. So what is the difference when we have to select single line of text, when we have to here select multi-line of text, and even if I have defined one field as a text, so I can define here that particular field behavior as well. Like if I'm going to create that field for email ID, I can define here. Even I can create for that phone number specifically. So I need not to write any additional validation as well. So even if I have defined this field as different types here, because in uh, gender for this particular field is not correct data type. So do we need to select number here? Because gender is not a number. We cannot measure or we cannot define this particular data type as here as number. So in number, even we have whole number, we have decimal, float, language code, duration, and time zone. So all those information here we will discuss whenever we are discussing for this number. And even the date time. Date time, okay, even we have two data types inside date and time here. So sometimes we have to maintain time as well. So suppose what types of uh, or when we have to store our time as well instead of maintaining date only. Suppose we have a customer or and we have to maintain that customer joining date. So we need not to take care like when he joined either in morning. So if someone is joining, so I'll be asking like, hey, this particular candidate is joined our company on this particular date and this particular time, because time is not required. And if we want to, or we need to add a or we have to prepare a application for a visitors only, and we have to maintain the visitor date and visitor time in or time out. In that case we have to maintain that time in and time out based on, because we have to consider the time as well. And suppose if someone is, we have to maintain the date of birth of the customer to send birthday greetings. So it is not like we have to just send that birthday notification or birthday reminders or maybe birthday greetings only at the time as well. It's very difficult. And what is the purpose even? If a person is having date of birth on 10th of March, then it is not required like we have to maintain, hey, when your, what is your time here? Because we are not any astro app, so that we have to maintain the date time and even the some geographical location also. So sometimes we need time for some fields, and for some date we need some different data types. Okay, lookup. Lookup, we are able to see two types of lookup here. One lookup is normal lookup, and another field here is we are able to see customer. What is the difference here for this specific data type? So if we have created a lookup here, so it will ask a reference here. So it will create a relationship to a specific entity. Suppose here I can see opportunity entity. This is a custom entity that I have created. I want to add a relationship between this custom entity and a contact. So what I have to do, either I have to make a relationship for a contact or a account or maybe some another user. So I can create a customer, because in customer we have a customer lookup, which where we have opportunity to select more than one different entity. I will show you what types of information we are having in out of the box opportunity level. We have a customer lookup. Suppose I'm going to create a new opportunity. We have that one or not here. Here we have a contact and here we have a account. Do we have customer here? So here, as of now, this is a contact directly referenced. So we should have a customer party lookup here. Let's see, primary contact. Okay, otherwise I will create a lookup field as well when we will discussing about. So here we are able to see different data types here. So lookup, it will reference to a specific entity, but for customer maybe look for contact, or maybe our party lookup as a account. And here choice. So choice, gender is a field where we have to give user to select any one option. So here if we are choosing here as a choice, so we may add multiple information. If we have decision making yes or no value, so we have two options set, that is available under choice section. So this gender we have to select as a choice only. Choice means it could be a male, female, or transgender, or maybe we can give male, female, or others. So where we have a choice to select user, we have to give choice data set. And similar to currency is for you, everyone knows this particular currency is having all the options where we can select the currency amount, and it is actually associated, directly associated to the transaction currency as well. So what will happen if I'm going to create a new field as a currency type? What will happen here? It will create a backend another field. Suppose here transaction currency I'm going to create the amount field. So in backend it will create two field, amount and amount underscore base. Why it is creating a separate currency here? So that, suppose I will give you just basic information here for currency. So currency, my application is handling multi-currency. Multi-currency means you can mention or you can maintain here all those transactions based on the base currency. Base currency is nothing like our company is dealing in which specific currency directly. Suppose here we are working in INR. So INR is base currency, and someone tried to pay here in dollar. So there should be a transaction that also. So suppose there is a transfer value here in between INR and that specific currency. Suppose I have created amount is 100, and suppose amount is 100, but they want to pay this 100 amount into dollar. So there should be a conversion rate between INR and the dollar. So where they have to maintain that one? So that particular field we have to maintain underscore base. So if we are dealing with multi-currency, so if we have created one field, so another field is creating automatically from backend, and it will store that information based on in this underscore field name, based on that transaction currency, that conversion rate. Understood? We'll cover this part more when we will create all those data types here. Okay, so here data type we have covered currency, auto number. Okay, auto number is needed when we have to create a auto number field. Suppose this is one application, or someone asked me to create, hey, I need a here number, a unique identifier. Suppose if you need to create a account, so in account I need a unique identifier number which will be in this specific form. Suppose ACC underscore, or it should be start from ACC underscore. It should be start from in 5 character. So it will start from 00001, like that, or maybe one more zero, and then. So I need a unique identifier which will directly, or it will handled automatically. It is not like I need to add this specific sequence, and next number should be this one. It should be increased automatically. So that types of information if we have to maintain for identifying that record, so that specific, for that specific requirement we can create this particular field as auto number here. So all different data types are available here, file types, even files and image here. If you want to store some here files, different types of files like PDF or any other data type, and you want to upload. So you have to choose here file. If you want to upload some image file, like suppose if you are working for HR modules and you need to upload the candidate resumes and candidate signatures and candidate, that photo, so you have to create one field for resume this file type, and you can create two fields here related to the image. So in that manner, you have to maintain this particular specific field. And formula. Formula field. What is the benefit and what is the purpose of this formula field here? So formula is nothing here, like suppose you need to perform some calculation. I will give you one very basic example here. Suppose if you have created one application where you need to sell something, and you have to give one software to the for a customer which they are selling something, so you need to calculate some information. So suppose there is some items you are selling. Suppose you are selling laptop, maybe mouse, maybe keyboard, and here you have to maintain this is item name, here this is quantity, and this is tax amount, and this is total amount. So you need to and even there you have to display here total amount, and here it should be sum of all the above amount which you are doing here in your Excel. So similar information you have to give here. So here what will happen? It will plus this particular amount. So those types of formula you have created in your Excel. Suppose you are entering here some value. Suppose one person is, oh, amount also, price also be required, right? Without adding that price, how we can achieve that one? Price maybe. So price here is, maybe price here is, let's see, 80,000. Okay, here maybe 500 mouse, and keyboard maybe 800. It might be less or here. Okay, quantity here is we can say 55. Similarly 55, and then 50. Chalo, 5. Okay, here tax is, here suppose flat tax here is, if it is based on one item. Okay, let me add one more column here, make it more complicated. Tax per item. Even we can give formula also like 2%, 3%, but for here I am giving the fixed tax per item. So let's calculate here. Maybe 8,000, maybe 720. Oh, sorry, 7200 and 90 per item. This is per item, and here 72. Okay, so here tax, total tax, total tax. So here total tax will be this one multiply by this one, and it will display here, right? So this particular formula we have developed here in Excel. So similarly, this particular amount and this price into the total amount should be this one. So here, not, this is not sufficient. So here this one and multiply by this particular item, and then it should be like that, right? It is correct. Maybe I may be wrong here. So there are some calculation. So here what we have done, price per item multiply by quantity plus this particular total tax. Even we need not to display this total tax as well. We can give the similar formula here itself. Okay, how we can do this particular one, F9, instead of E9 multiply by quantity D9. So amount will be same. Even if we are removing this particular item, that is also fine. So here we need to copy this one. So these types of calculation if we need, so maybe we have some information here. We have price per unit item, quantity and tax per item. So we need to calculate all those information. How we have to calculate? So this capability we have in this calculated field, on those calculated field. So we have calculated field. So even we have two different types of calculation. One is roll up, and even one is this this formula. Actually, we can utilize calculated and roll up field. We can. I will take separate session for this one. But at least you should understand what different data types we are able to see in dynamic CRM. D365 CRM, so that you can understand, oh, this particular field we need to take for what is the best possible information here. So I need to display here plain text, text area, rich text, email, phone number, ticket symbol, URL, plain text, rich text. So what you can do, if you want to learn something more here, you need to understand maximum possibility here. So you can do one thing, you can create one field with plain text, you can create one field with text area, you can create one field with rich text, you can create one field with all those different data types which are available. You have to do that one, then only you would understand, like, oh, hey, and you have to display all those field, and maybe you can write different naming convention as well, like tax field with plain text, tax field with tax area, tax field with rich tax field with email id, tax field with phone number, tax field with ticket symbol, tax field with URL, tax field with multi-line of text. So here single line of text and multiple line of text when we need all different data types here. So suppose single line of text means we have this particular maximum capability. Suppose I'm selecting here as a text field, and suppose I have chosen here single line of text field, maybe plain text. So single line of text here I have that maximum capability, like I cannot give here more than 4,000 character. This is, I think, maximum limit here. Oh, here. So you are able to see this maximum limit. So for single line of text, you cannot enter more than 4,000 character. So if you need a description, like something somewhere, you need to add add some additional information like description, or maybe email body, or maybe something like you are expecting more detail, and you can ask them. You are going to create a application where you are expecting like candidate need to provide here candidate all the historical or all the employment history information here in this particular tax area. Maybe you are expecting some maximum value which may have additional information, and so that which particular field you need to select here. So you need to select here as, instead of single line of text, you can select here multi-line of text. So here multi-line of text. Okay, here this is multi-line of text. So here, okay, let's see. This is character, maximum character count. Here we have maintained 2000 character. So I am going to put here maximum value. Let's see. So what it is saying, maximum character supported by for this particular field is 10,48,576. Maybe in some of the interview they may ask you what is the maximum character limit supported by for multi-line of text. So this is the number that you can remember, 10,48,576. So if you need any field which can support maximum length here in this particular, so you can utilize this one. So likewise, you can try to create all those different fields data value. So what is the benefit here? Float, decimal, number, whole number, duration, time zone. You just create all the different data types field and try to add those field into the form level. And here in the choice level, even we have single select and multi select option also. And even suppose I'm giving, I just want to give you one option here. This is we have yeah, we have a sync with global choice, and there is no. So what it mean actually? So if we are going to create a choice, so first I will show you to create a normal choice here maybe. Okay, let's change this one. This is this explanation for someone who have uh, you know less information. Maybe I can add some more option here directly, female and maybe others. So here I have created this particular mapping, field level mapping, but I have to reuse this particular mapping. Maybe in one of the code or one of the option set, I have maximum, option set which supported maybe 50 value. It could be some specific code, some set of code, and I have to use that particular field in multiple place across my application. So what I have to do? So suppose I have created one field where I have here, I can see one text and value. This is label and this is value. This particular information is storing in the database, and this particular information I can see in application only. So what to do? In this application level, here I can define this data set in a global choice itself. So in this global choice, I can define it one time, and I can create and I can check if that particular field already created as a global choice or not. So I can create from here in global choice and I can choose that one. So that is the difference here. Hope it's clear for everyone. I have taken some more time to make you very clear so that you have better understanding related to all those data types, why those data types correct data type is needed, so you have better understanding when deciding like which data types I need to create here. Hope it's clear. So you can see here, just take more 5 minutes. Text, number, date, time, choice, boolean, lookup, and here unique identifier. Here those are not needed here. Features, primary key, normal key, case ID, titles, priority. So different data types example here I have given. So whatever information I have shared, that is more sufficient, more than sufficient for you. You can revise here whatever I have given you context, so that it will help you in all the areas, not only here. Whenever you are developing a very big or that big application where you have to uh, uh, design from scratch and you have to design everything. So in that case, all those information you should have, and it's better if you have all those information. Okay, any question, anything, or otherwise we can wrap up for today. Thank you, team. Have a good day. Festive season in next week. I'm not available on 3rd and 4th, but we'll take a session on Monday. Try to join this one. Let's meet on Monday. Thank you, everyone. Bye.